Well, here we are yet again. This is Wednesday, but not just any Wednesday. This is Wisdom Wednesday. That's right, Wisdom Wednesday. We're here to learn some wisdom. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you a bunch of wisdom, but I do have things, and this is my hot take. So, this is the way it's going to go. This is Wisdom Wednesday today. And I think we're going to have a pretty interesting conversation, right? But we shall see. With that, let's see. Let me get back over here. All right. I got one on the face pagers already watching. That's a good deal right there. All right. So let me get in here and figure out what we're going to talk about today. Let's see. Where's the banners? Here we go. So this is Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for the hearts. Much appreciated. Legacy you leave. The legacy you leave. So, man, this is a topic that a lot of times it pops in and out of. Well, for me, it pops in and out of my head, right? So, what type of legacy am I going to leave behind after I die, and those types of things, right? Because in reality, is once you're dead and gone, for you, it doesn't matter, right? Nothing matters at that point because you're dead. You're in heaven, and or whatever you believe, wherever you go. I believe I'm going to go to heaven. So, but you got to think about that, like what legacy am I leaving behind? And legacy can be done and in several different ways, right? When you think about legacy. Legacy can be possibly in maybe a business or something that you leave behind to your family, right? A lot of farmers and stuff like that leave stuff to their kids, and then they end up taking over the farm, and then it's a family farm that's a legacy that continues to live. That's a small example. It could be anything. The legacy of service, right? Joining the military. There's a legacy within a family where generation after generation they join the military and stuff like that. That's a legacy. But there's so many different legacies, right? And you wonder, what is the impact that I, the individual, am having or have had? What is it that really people are going to remember me by? Right. And that is kind of tough sometimes because, we're our own worst critics, right? We're the ones that are down on ourselves, and we'll talk bad about ourselves and say, oh, well, there's nothing there and this and that. And, those types of things. But when you really sit down and think about it, you can inform or not inform, you can guide what your legacy is going to be to a certain extent. I won't say you'd be able to do it 100% because that's not necessarily true, but your legacy that you leave behind once you're dead and gone, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind? And that legacy, it outlives rank, it outlives you in uniform, it outlives whatever your job was, it outlives everything. It outlives you as a person, right? And but that legacy is always going to be there. And for me, as I think, oh man, what is my legacy going to be? I have a hard time with that. I spent 25 years in the Marine Corps, so in my head, the Marine Corps is a huge factor in my legacy, I would think, right? So, okay, well, there's the Marine aspect of the legacy. That's pretty cool, I suppose. And then, okay, well, I'm a father. So, I want to leave a legacy to my kids. Like, I want them to remember me by my actions and by, being a good father, taking care of them and spending time with them and things like that. I think that's important. That'd be a good one to leave behind. And then a husband, right? I'm a husband, and hopefully that I leave a legacy of, being able to stay married and work through problems and things like that with my wife. We've been married a long time. I always say I've been married to her longer than I've been married to the Corps when I was in. So it's just the way it is. And I don't know. There's so many things that the legacy could be, right? And your influence, right? Your influence in your everyday actions, your influence in what it is that you do uh, is going to carry on, right? So whoever it is that you talk to, whatever it is that you're communicating with people, that is going to continue on. That influence is going to be there. And one legacy aspect when you think about it is like if I tell people, right, if I'm sitting down with them and I as a Marine, and I'm saying, hey, look, do this, and this is my ideas of different things, and you're just kind of mentoring somebody, right? uh, well, later they will emulate, right? They'll emulate what you've said. They will also push down their information and maybe put a spin on it. And now that's going down generationally within the military, right? So you've left a mark, whether positive or negative. You've left a mark, and you want to try your best, and it's not always true or doesn't always happen, but you want to try your best to leave a positive impact, right? A positive legacy for everybody. And your story, your life journey can be a guide for others, right? And I mean, how many times do we look back at individuals in history, and we try to learn from those individuals and what they've done, whether it's good or whether it's bad. We can learn from both, and that's in my opinion, a very important type of aspect to look back at and see. Also, you want to leave stuff behind so your family and friends and stuff like that, they'll be able to remember you better, right? So that's why I do these podcasts is, hey man, I want you, the individual, to have something in place where it's you telling your story, where your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, your friends and things of that nature will have something that they can go to and they can see it. And that's, man, it's so important to me. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy in all this, and I think about stuff way too much. I think possibly, yeah, I do that sometimes. I think too much. But yeah, legacy, the legacy that you leave is going to be there, and it can be that good and it can be that bad. But like I said before, every time we come on here, we're here to lift each other up, right? We're here to help each other, build us up stronger, and learn from our mistakes, learn from others' mistakes, and just go out and be good people in general. And I think if we continue to do this, and we continue to have positive influence, positive conversations, and we stay positive in our attitudes, life is going to be that much better. And I've got to be honest, since I've started doing these things and reminding myself of all this stuff, it's helped me. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's more therapeutic for me than it probably is for anybody else out there listening. It's just a reminder to myself that, hey, I've got to work on things. I got to do better, and got to show my family that I'm getting better and stuff like that. And this is just something that I get to look forward to now, and I get to come in and I get to talk and I get to get stuff off my chest, right? You guys are my therapists out there in the world, and I'm just getting to talk and just run stuff by you, and get to have conversations with you, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that legacy, man, that's a tough one. It really messes with your mind, and it's just, it's always in the back of your mind, like, what is my legacy going to be? What exactly is that? What does it look like? And what's really funny is you could try your hardest to make it a specific legacy, a specific thing that you want. And then totally on the other flip side is that's not what happens, right? That legacy that you wanted, it actually ended up being something different. And sometimes it's something so out there that you're like, I wasn't even concentrating on it. It was just something that was like, not even a thought. And it was just something that I did. And all of a sudden that becomes a legacy. That's pretty impactful in my opinion. But, thinking about that, is that the better way, right? Is that, because you can't dictate what your legacy is necessarily going to be. You can help influence it and hope that it moves in that direction, but it doesn't always work out that way. And everybody else has a say, right? They have a say in what it is, what your legacy is going to be. So what's our call to action today here on this wonderful Wisdom Wednesday? Share a positive lesson with someone younger. Super simple. Just go out and share a positive lesson, something that's happened in your life that you learned from a lesson, and share that with somebody younger than you. Go out and share it to heck, go out and share it with anybody. It can be older, they can be younger. I don't really care. Just go out and share a positive lesson, just one at least. Go out and do that. That's our call to action today. Go out and do something positive. Share that positive lesson, and let's lift other people up. Let's get people involved and excited about the day to day. And instead of all the negativity, we want to stay away from the negativity as much as we possibly can. So yeah, that's our goal. That's our goal right now, is to stay positive, learn from each other, right? Share those positive lessons, things that are going to lift us up in life. So yeah, that's our call to action today. I've really enjoyed these things coming on here and talking. So thank you guys for letting me do that. Don't forget, we do these Monday through Friday at 11:30 Central. That is the goal. It doesn't always work out exactly that way, but that is the goal. That's what we try to do. So 11:30 Central Time, Monday through Friday, we try to come in here and do this and just have a conversation. And then also the podcast. Don't forget the podcast daily. Yeah, that's really all I had to say about stuff today. But that's Wisdom Wednesday, legacy that you leave. And think about that, right? Your legacy. What is it that you perceive in your own brain housing group? What is it that you perceive that your legacy is going to be? And is it a positive legacy, right? Is it something positive that is going to be left behind, or is it going to be something negative? That's something that you got to think about. So, yep, that's what I got to talk about. And don't forget, share a positive lesson today with somebody. Go out and share a positive lesson. That's one of the good things that we're going to do in this. And yeah, it'll be good. It'll be real good. Great comments. Live the dreams, 1903. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Live the dream, 1903. Where are you located? Anyways, yeah, here we are, and wonderful Wednesday here, Wisdom Wednesday. I don't know how much wisdom I give whenever we get to Wisdom Wednesdays, but I try. I'm not the greatest. From Indiana. Okay, I like it, Indiana. All right, yeah. Are you a Hoosiers fan in Indiana, or are you root for somebody else? Like, what's the teams up there that you like to see? And I'm down here in Oklahoma. It's okay. Oklahoma, okay. It's I don't know. I'm just being stupid now, but yeah, down here in Oklahoma having a good time, and the Colts. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah, and it's that time. It's that season, right? It's football season. They're out there getting it. You lived in OKC for 10 years, or 10 years ago. Wow. Okay. What were you doing out in Oklahoma City? Your military days. Okay. Very nice. So you were in what branch of service were you in? Oh, okay. Tinker. So Air Force, I'm assuming. Uh, That's cool. You should come on here and tell your story if you haven't thought about it. You should come on here, tell your story, save that thing, save your story for your family and for that legacy that we've been talking about, right? Your legacy, but share your story and yeah, it'd be good. But yeah, shoot me a message or what have you, and yeah, come on and tell it. It'd be pretty awesome. I do 5 episodes a week, so I'm looking for veterans all the time to come on and share their stories. So you're more than welcome to come on. We'll set up a time. You can go to my website. You can click on the schedule your recording. Just click on that tab, and then it takes you to my calendar. All you got to do is pick a date and time and move on. So and sign up. It's pretty simple. Just joined. What branch were you in? I was a United States Marine, did 25 years, retired a Master Gunnery Sergeant, and now I do my podcast, and now I do these live things Monday through Friday. So what branch of service did you just join there? What is that? Rocha? What branch of service? My son is leaving to Marines in December. Nice. All right. I like it. That'll be fun. That's a good time to go in December. You have to hang out there during Christmas, the New Year. Yeah, that's always a fun time down at the depots. Drill instructors enjoy that. They always making them miss home and messing with them and stuff. That's what I used to do. In fact, whenever I I was there for Christmas, and I told my series commander, I was like, hey, make sure you come on our deck or whatever for Christmas morning. And he's like, why? I was like, oh, trust me, just come on. And so that next morning, Christmas morning, I had a Santa hat and I put it on instead of my campaign cover. And so for lights, whenever the morning reveille came, I ran outside and I'm like, lights. They flipped the lights on and I got them all online. And I said, well, we know what today is, right? And they're like, yes, sir. And it's, this Christmas, right? Yes, sir. And I was like, well, ho, 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 let's get our day started. And then I just started wearing them out, and I wore them out all day long. And we took them out to the pit and made them do exercise in the pit. And they were all nasty and just sweaty and everything. And they had a movie that they had to go watch. And we pulled up for that movie and like we marched them over there, and the regimental sergeant major sees us and he's like, what is wrong with your platoon? Like, why do they look like that? And I was like, oh, hey, training never stops, sergeant major. And he's like, this is Christmas. You need to stop. You need to stop doing that. So anyway, that was it was a good time. Hopefully they remember that forever and ever. I know I will. It was a good time. So he's going to be infantry, huh? I like it. Very cool. Yeah, that's funny. So let's see. What else? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to hear? What do you want to discuss? You want me to talk about something specific? He's gonna have a good time at boot camp, though. He'll be able to tell those stories for years and years and years to come. In fact, I'm going to have one of my drill instructors on to tell his story here soon. So I'm excited about that. And I'm trying to work with him and to get all of my drill instructors, senior drill instructor staffs aren't Ross, drill instructor staffs aren't Rudisell, drill instructor staffs aren't Lopez, and drill instructor staff Sergeant McWilliams. So I'm trying to get all of them on at one time for one of the podcasts because I want to hear their stories when they were drill instructors. So but anyways, that's just one of the things I want to do in the near future. Can I ask you what you did after you retired? You're looking at it. Once I retired, I did 25 years and I just I was done. I didn't go get a job. My wife, she was like, yeah, I don't want you to get a job right now. Now I started the podcast before I retired. So that gives me something to do, which, you need something to do. So it's been good. It's been a blessing for me to do the podcast, talk to people and stuff like that, hear stories. So I'm still around veterans. I'm still around that military community, if you will, which is really good. But I don't do anything for work. The podcast is a full-time gig. I'm constantly doing stuff online, constantly recording people. So 5 episodes a week on that. It's a lot. So many people are telling him not to do infantry. Hey, infantry is not a bad gig. You're going to learn a lot of leadership stuff in the infantry, which is fantastic for once you get out. You may not learn a trade necessarily when you think of a civilian trade, like, welding or driving trucks or whatever. You may not learn a trade like that, which is fine. I know plenty of, Marines that did 25, 30 plus years or what have you. And they were infantry and they learned and, incredible leaders and have gone on to do great things after the military because of their leadership that they learned. So, it's not a bad thing. You just got to, suck it up and continue to move. And, it doesn't matter what your job is in the Marine Corps. Like, you're going to learn, leadership. And that is one good thing in the Marine Corps that everybody learns is leadership. And so it's awesome. Funny thing, one recruiter is pushing recon. Oh, he wants him to go recon, huh? Yeah. That, somebody has to do it first and foremost, right? There has to be those individuals that's what they want to do. And I think recon is one of those things. Like that's a job that you have to want. It's not a job that people just happen to fall into most of the time. Most of the time is I have to want it. And if you're going to enjoy it, you have to want it. So if that's something that he wants, I know several guys that's done recon, did fantastic things, went all over the world and stuff like that. It's I don't know. Is anybody else out there, recon or infantry, anything that can give words of wisdom here? I'm over here looking at the face pagers and everything, and I don't have anybody. So I'm gonna drop off of that and just concentrate on the ticker talkers, since you guys are actually engaging with me, and I do appreciate it. But to all the listeners out here on the face pages, the YouTubes and the Xers, thanks for tuning in. Stay motivated and change your socks.
No more 22. Honor the journey and finish the fight.